any trader is using, because it helps to you actually to see the current prices and to execute the trades, to open position, to close positions, and to set up some indicators which help also to use to help you to your successful trading. So MetaTrader 4 is very convenient and very popular up till now, though it was released in 2005 by MT4 software. Why it's so popular? Because it's easy. It's easy to use. Nevertheless, there are a lot of functions, and today on our webinar I will release all its secrets, hidden secrets, and I will show you how to use its functions, how to use its icons, and how to make them maybe adjustable or more comfortable for you in your trading. So welcome again. This is company CLIQ FX, and welcome to our live webinar. So let's go. First, MetaTrader 4 can be found on our site. So this is the site of CLIQ FX company, and we go to subdivision platform. So here we go. What can we see? Wow, there are lots of variants of this MetaTrader 4. Why? Because the time is changing actually, yes, and there are a lot of devices that any trader is using, so the company must be ready for it. So you can download or install MetaTrader 4 to your PC, to your Mac or Windows, whatever you have. The most convenient way to have a MetaTrader and actually to execute trades is, of course, on the PC. And this is the live support. Actually, you can use it if you have some questions. It's working. Next, nevertheless, you can use it in iPad, Android tablets, or even for the mobile phones. So if you have iPhones, you're welcome. If you have Android phones, you're welcome too. So you click Get Started and install it to your computer. It's not a problem, it's just one click. Then what you see, and here we go, we have our terminal. When you download it and installed it, it's probably will be looking this way. So it's black, green, maybe nobody understands, a lot of functional, so don't worry. Today our topic just to know how to operate it. So first, what we're gonna do is maybe adjust or set up the color. So you can see black and green. What you need to do is click the right button or just click on the screen and use this window. You see a lot of options here, and what we actually need to do is just give me a second. We can zoom in, zoom out, but we will come back to that later a little bit. And auto range properties. So here we go. We have two main buttons, colors and common. We need colors here. So we can choose from the three variants. We can adjust our chart like yellow on black, or green on black as it was on default, or black and white. Most people like it black and white because it's like monochromic, especially if they spend a lot of time in front of their computers, you know, eyes and so on problems. So let's leave it this way. Let it be black and white. So what next? Next, we are going to examine what kind of functions are here. Pay attention to this set of buttons. First, we start with types of charts. Here we go. Types of charts can be three ways, three types. First, it's here. I will make it bigger. So we have, this is a bar chart, by the way. We have two types of lines, vertical and horizontal. So all the price movement is displayed with the help of these two lines. So vertical line shows the price. Actually, it was jumping up, down, and in some way it opened. It's horizontal line, which is left, and at some exact time it closed. So it's horizontal line, very little line. I can make it bigger for you to see better. So on the left it's opening, on the right it's closing. So the vertical line is the price, maximum, minimum, whatever. Who use this chart? Not a lot of traders, because actually it's like old-fashioned. So let's go to the next type of chart. It's candlestick. It looks better, for me at least, because it gives a lot more information for me as a trader. Okay, look at it. Of course, it was called like candlestick bar chart, candlestick chart, because it looks like candles. So we have two types of candles, transparent black one. So it depends on the price. If it was going up or down, so black it actually was, it depicts the price that was going down or selling, and the transparent or white one, the price was going up. You can see it visually on the chart. So what we see here, we see the body of the candle and tails or shadows. There is, like some terminology used by traders, and there is bookish name, so tails or shadows. Okay, the body of the candle shows us actually the price. Shadows show us maximums and minimums. So the price was jumping, but most of the time it was here. Opening of the price will be on the left. No matter if it's black or white, on the left it's opening, on the right it's closing. And shadows, maximums and minimums. Clear? I hope it's clear. Type number 3. It's a line chart. The easiest and the dinosaur. Actually, I don't think that you will find a lot of traders who are using this chart right now. Why? Because it doesn't give any information. It's just drawn in the shape of line on the maximum and minimums. I don't know what we can see from this chart, but nevertheless it exists. So just for your convenience, maybe it's better to use this chart. Okay, and this is the types of the charts. Also, we have next set of buttons. It's here. We can zoom in or zoom out. It's easy. So let's come back to our candlesticks. Zoom in, you make it bigger. Zoom out, you make it smaller. Actually, there is, some tendency to fix it in some way for the trader. So it works the best way when, for example, chart looks like this. I will tell you the truth. It depends on your liking. So if you like it this way, you use it. All the necessary information that you need to see is the trend, is the rising or the falling, and a lot of more. So as any business, you need to go deeper and deeper from, it depends on the actually purpose of trading. If you want to make it more professional, like a hobby, or it depends on how much profit you would like to have, or it depends on how serious this business is for you. So, but anyway, everything starts from the very little steps. So we take on with the second one. So don't hurry up. Next, set of buttons. It's if you forget something, no problem. You can just move your cursor and you will see. It will tell you everything. So it's scrolling and shifting the end from the right side of the panel. What does it mean? By the way, I didn't tell you. Sorry. To activate all the buttons, you just need to click on them. When you click them, they are activated. So when I click, I change the types of the charts. So when you click it, it goes like a little bit lighter. So it's activated. You see these two buttons are activated. So unclick them. what we see? We see that the chart comes till the right, just right to the panel. For me, it's not convenient just to examine or analyze the market. I need some space to imagine or analyze where the market is going to move. So that's why I need this shifting. It gives me a little, index from the right panel. So I can see this free space gives me a chance to work out how the movements will be in the future. Auto scroll. Scroll when I fix it. For example, I want to go to the history. So I scroll back. Oh, it comes back to the same position because I actually activated this button. Unclick it. I go to the history freely. Why do we need it? Sometimes we set up some indicators for the trade. We draw trade lines, which, by the way, I will explain to you later. And we need this picture not to be shifted, fixed. So that's why I click this button. So whatever happens, maybe I just moved incidentally the cursor. Everything is set and fixed. Nothing moves. So it's clear. Else, we are going to time frames. They're important. So we have, give me a second. We have different types of time frames. It starts from M1, which means minute 1, and goes to MN, it's monthly. What does it mean? This is the time during which the candle was actually forming. So let's go to a monthly time frame. So it means that one even small candle was forming within a month. So it took 1 month for the candle to be built. Candle or price, you understand that? This is only form in which the price is depicted actually. W1, it's week. So the candle was forming 1 week. 1 day, 4 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. So when the market is very active, you see there is a shifting or jumping of a price even every second, because during the minute this candle will be formed. There are some traders, I'll tell you a little secret, that prefer to trade on very, very small time frames. But nevertheless, it's a very hard job actually, because price sometimes is moving very fast. So they have to be, oh, you see, the market is moving. Sometimes it's like just, clicking, ticking, sorry. Okay, so we examined types of the charts and we came to the conclusion that the most not important but popular is candlestick. Also, you can use bars and lines if you wish. Zoom in, zoom out, auto scrolling, and actually fixing the position of the, let me use H4, the position of the charts, also time frames. Well, let's go to the next set of buttons. Okay, let's examine this one. Just a second. This one. Sorry. We have also, actually we have a lot of them, but I will tell you about the most important. So this is the market watch. When I activate it, you can see a lot of products. Now we are working on our side and our terminal, so we have only currency, for example, but nevertheless, any trader chooses for himself what kind of product he's going to trade. So it's going to be currency, or maybe it's better for him to trade commodity, so it's metal or oil or gold or silver, or maybe it's futures or indices. It depends on you actually. So what we need to do with this icon. For example, I want to trade GBP USD. It's Great Britain pound, which is called in terminology of a trader just cable. So I just click on it and drag it. So you can see I have already these in the terminal GBP USD. Also, I have as an example USD, Euro USD, the most popular actually currency for trading. So you just need click and drag it. What else? Next, we have Navigator. Navigator, this is the folder and the yellow stuff. Okay, what is it? Navigator shows us, I will reactivate it for you to see the example. All the working trades that are going on in your terminal, also expert advice and indicators. So actually there is all stuff just put in here. So, and how actually to make it possible, how to open an account, to see all this beautiful stuff and to start working with it. Sorry, I need to tell you this at the beginning. So nevertheless, so how to open an account and start trading. So we go to File. It's very important. And we go to open an account. We'll be speaking slowly. Maybe you will make some notes. Okay, then we click Scan. The system actually scanning your server. Everything is all right, blah, blah, blah. So you need to wait for some time. And also you go next. Sorry, it's not in English. My fault, my bad. So now here we go, it's English. Next, you have actually an option. You can open a demo account and you also open a real account. It's the same procedure. So today we will open a demo account, which is demonstration account, and you will see how it works actually. So we click demo account and we click next. It's next. So here we go. We have some table that you need to fill in. So fill it in with your necessary information, your name, your email address, your phone. Also, you can choose account type. You can put any deposit that you want because it's demonstration account, so you're just practicing. So I'll leave you a chance to make lots of mistakes, so make it bigger, but it's up to you. You choose leverage, and of course I agree. I agree to subscribe to the newsletters. Actually, nobody is going to send you anything on your email. Don't be afraid, no spam will come for you. All the news will be relieved here in terminal. I will tell you. Next, next. Here we go. It's very necessary information, and you need to understand what is it. So first of all, we have login. Login is your name. So this is the type, the nickname that you come into the system. Password also you're gonna need this. So if you open the demo account for the first time and you don't want to open it like every time that you enter the system, please save this information somewhere. Why? Because if you're working on the same PC or laptop, whatever, any device, the system will remember automatically all this information. But if you're going to check your process of trading from different devices, you will need to open the account again and again. But maybe you will have open transactions. So you're gonna close them because the time of the closing has come. So you need to come back to the previous demo account that you are now. So please save this information, and next time the system will ask you login and password, you will just type this information. Okay, it's actually the button ready. Okay, here we go. So this beautiful sound actually says that incoming mail, that we are in the system. You see this battery, it's green and light, red and green. It means that you are connected to the server. Congratulations, you opened your first demonstration account. So now you can make this process of trading. Also, next button, next icon, I'm going to explain to you how it works. Sorry. It's terminal, the most important one. So terminal is actually your account where the process of trading is. So you go to trade, click this button, and you see all the open transactions or trades. They can be green or red. It depends on how good you are actually on the market. Also account history. There, here, you can see all the closed transactions. So when you close your trade, you will see it here in the history. Also news, mailbox. Here you will see everything, every new information that actually happens. And most important, if you forget some registration information, you can use it here. But nevertheless, to use it, I don't understand the logic, because to use it, you need to enter the terminal. But if you forgot it, you forgot it. So please save information. Next, signals. So you can buy them. There is price for them and use them. It's very important. I will talk about some additional services that are provided from CLIQ FX company, but we'll come back to that later. Next, journal. It's all the events that happened in your terminal. So even by the seconds, it's not very important actually icon. So the most important trade and history. So and sometimes news and mailbox. Okay, so here we go. And I think we're coming to the most important icons that any trader actually is using. It's 3 green crosses. Oh God, this way. 3 green crosses. Cross number 1. Cross number 2. Cross number 3. Sorry. Okay, so first of all, cross number 1 shows how to create a new chart. You can do it with the help of Market Watch. I told you it's actually the most easiest way. You can just drag the currency pair. It will appear here on your trading. But also you click here and you see everything which is available. All the products which is available are in this terminal. So here later you will see not only the currency pairs, also silver, gold, and other commodities that I have mentioned. Next, new order. This is which makes our trading like the easiest, like one-click trading. Actually, you open your order. I will tell you what is here. First of all, when you are on some currency pair, for example, now we on GBP USD. So the system will open automatically new order exactly for this currency pair. But if not, if something is not working very good in your terminal, you can click here and find this currency pair here from the list. So make sure that this currency pair is exactly the same currency you are right now, or you will open an order for the different price. Let's not let it happen. Next, you have volume. Volume is very important and very interesting category. Actually, it depends on how much profit you are going to have. But also, when you want, if you want much more money and you put volume bigger and bigger, you need to understand that it must be according to some aspects, very important aspects, which are called risk or money management. If you don't know this, even the successful trade or order analyzed, checked with the indicators, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, all blah, 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 even this will work perfectly well. But you don't know these notions like risk money management, your trade might not be successful. By the way, we have education course which I can spend one day or at least 1 hour or 2 hours of our training explaining how to use these notions of this concept. So you need to know that. That also stop loss and take profit. These are two orders that actually it's actually a command for the program to stop your trading. So when the market comes to these settings, to these prices, I just make it, for example, any, your order will be closed. That's why it's very good, because it's very convenient. Sometimes you might not be in front of PC, but with the help of these orders, stop loss and take profit, your transaction, your order, your trade will be closed, even without you sitting and watching it. By the way, I will tell you, it's not a good advice, it's not a good way of actually trading to sit in front of the computer all the time, because it's you can't spend your life watching the trade. Actually, you have to leave it. Let it work. Let it close it. Let it close by the command. So stop loss is the maximum risk that you can allow yourself. Take profit, the maximum profit that you want to drag in front of the market. What else? Comment. You can write comment for your history, for your reporting. Market execution, and one click and your trade is done. So you click sell. If you analyze the market, you understand that price is going to go down, and you click buy if you think that market will go up. So good luck with this when you start doing it. This is the second green cross, and also we have the last one. It says indicator list. So I open it, and you can see there are lots of indicators here. The most popular, the most beautifully looking, checked up, polished within the very long period of time. And actually there is a history beyond these indicators. Sometimes to make this small indicator, not alligator, but whatever, just for example, a lot of mathematicians, analysts were working as a team. I know that some examples, they were working to build up one indicator. The team of mathematicians were working like 10 years. So just don't take it for granted, but use it well. So it's not, sorry, but it's not topic of our webinar to explain how it works in details. In our education course, we also pay lots of attention, because sometimes for good trading, we use some strategies, and this strategy includes 2 or 3 indicators. You need to know which indicators are working good with each other and which gives very positive signals, so you never use them together. So this is also that you need to learn. For example, you have some divisions, subdivisions, so lots of them actually. For example, Ichimoku. All the tools, I need to mention that, work the same way. So you activate it, I told you, I showed you that, and also you need to use some properties. I didn't show you the lines, but I will show you definitely later. And you just click and you see the window of properties. Click on the indicator, you see the parameters. You set up your parameters or use already given by the system. Colors, you also can choose any color you need to your liking. And visualization on all the time frames or some exact time frame that you are trading right now. You can make it thicker or thinner, whatever. Okay, so here we see. This is Ichimoku indicator. How to read it, how to understand it is the topic of maybe our next webinar. So stay with us. And how to delete it. Actually, you just drag the cursor on this And you see this window, right button on the mouse, and you delete it. Next, let's come back to one more set of icons. This one. Lines. Okay, so we have cursor, and except it's a cursor, it has additional properties. So when I drag cursor to the candle, to the closing, you see the small window. It gives me also an information about this certain candle. We see time, we see open. Open, it means when this candle opened. I told you that there are different time frames, and candles can be so different timing is needed for forming a candle. So this window disappears. For that, we also have an option. Look at here, default information. And what happens when I drag cursor here? The information actually is displayed here, and you can also use it. So high is the maximum price, low is the minimum price, close is the closing price of this candle, and volume, how many volumes, how many volumes were used within this trading. Okay, this is our cursor. Next, crosshair. But before crosshair, we'll explain to you what is vertical or horizontal line. So, for example, vertical line. I drag it and I set it. When it's not activated, it's fixed. You can't do anything with this. To activate it, you need to double click it. You see this logs. It means it is activated. So now you can, with the help of cursor, you can drag it. And you can set it any candle that you need. It shows you the date and time. Also, you can click with the right button and you will see the property window. So, line properties. It's very thick for me. Make it thinner, and I can make it different color. Here we go. So also I can use it for any candle that I need to examine. Also horizontal line. Activate it and drag it here. It shows me the price. For example, I need to know the opening price, and it's not very comfortable for me to drag the cursor. So I activate this line and put it on the opening, and I see the price. On the closing, and I see the price. Oh, whatever, there are lots of tasks that I need to do with the candles in the market. So also you can click it. You can click it and go to some properties only when it's activated with these locks. Click it. Also I can change color. I can change even style. Yeah. You can make it, for example, like this. No, it doesn't give me. Sorry, I wanted to show you how it works with different style, but only this is available for me now. How to delete it? You know, sometimes you build a lot of lines, so you don't need it. Just click with the right button, and there is button delete. Activate, click, delete. Crosshair. Crosshair actually combines two lines, vertical and horizontal. So dragging it to the opening line, I can see the price and exact time and date when it happened to me, and the closing the same. But it has also additional meaning. I can measure something with this line. I fix it, for example, here. You see some tendency. The market during some period of time, from 2nd of February till up till now, was going down a little bit, up till here actually. So I want to measure how many candles were. It's 4 hours, I will remind you, and also how much money I would make if I opened the trade for sell up in here. So how I can measure it? I fix it and I drag additional line. This additional line gives me 3 numbers. First, this is the quantity of candles. For example, I closed my transaction here. So 18 candles of 4 hours were forming during this period of time. Next, second is actually the price. I'm sorry, the most important, the quantity, the points, how much money I made. So this is the most important. More than 3,000 US dollars I could have made if I opened the position. 3,199 pips or points. And the last number is the price at exact moment. So when this candle closed, it was 123.749, so on. So this is the crosshair and its functions. Next, you can use the trend line. Trend line is called trend line because it helps actually to build the trend. So you adjust trend line according to your analysis of the market, and maximum minimums. It depends on your knowledge and your analytical style, on the style of your trading. You activate it with double click and you can move it right here. Actually, it's better to use the middle lock to move it, or you just move like this. It's a trend line. Also, you can build a channel. It's like 2 trend lines together. You also double click the line with 3 locks, or with 3 dots. Is the main line actually. It's forming the channel. And the other line is just adjusted. You make it wider, bigger, more narrow, whatever. So it also helps you to build up the channel to see how the price was moving within this channel. Also delete it. Next we have text. Sometimes you use terminal as your the way where you can draw something, build something, set up something, and you can even type something. So you use this text. You click any place on the terminal that you need. You write some text. For example, we are expecting some sell position. So sell. Any type, any font, any color. So let's make it blue. So I see sell here. So I'm expecting that from that moment market will go down maybe. And also text. Text works the same way. Click, write something here. For example, signal. So I'm waiting for some signal. The market is forming signal for me, for example. What's the difference between them? Actually, you see the first button works like it moves with the chart, but signal stay fixed. So this is the main difference between these two options, between these two icons. So you can use either of them, and also you can delete, double click and delete. So you can even type something here. Okay, I think the most important icons were examined. Yes. So what else we need to know? All the process of trading, everything that we know about the market depends on our knowledge. So that's why we need to pay attention to special knowledge that actually help us to trade or makes the process of trading, you know, some enjoyable or giving not only profit but some satisfaction. So that's why don't take it for granted easily. It needs some attention and dedication to it. So that's it. What else? Let me check all the buttons, all the icons, was examined. Okay, next we have some, do you remember I mentioned that actually company CLIQ FX has some additional services for you. For example, you have some indicator that is not in this list. For example, there are lots of them, but anyway, and you want to use it in your trading. You found it in the internet, or you just bought it in the internet or from some company, and maybe you built it yourself. But nevertheless, from my personal point of view, I think that when you buy an indicator or robot, so we'll come back to that later, you need to understand how it works. So CLIQ FX company can provide you with these information and with options too. For example, how to install this indicator to your PC. You found it, and now you need to make it the process of trading actually. So you go to File, you open the data folder, you go to MQL4. I will go slowly, and now you go to indicators. It's obvious. Now you see that there are lots of indicators, and they have actually two folders. So when you want an indicator to be used in the process of trading, your additional indicator, you need just to drag it here with two folders also. So the extension must be X4 MQ4. Okay, so you just drag it, and after that you reload your computer. Actually, when you do something like that, it's better to reload computer just to make sure that everything is working very good. Okay, when you reload it and you sign up for this MT4 again, you go to indicators, and I will give you a little prompt actually to save your time. You will find your indicator in custom. So here, okay? Okay, what else? You need to understand that our time, nowadays, our time is very fast changing. And there are a lot of people who have some jobs, maybe not one job, or some entrepreneurs that have more than one business, and they have to control everything. And as you can see, the technology is actually changing very fast. So a lot of computers, software, mobile phones, they actually come into the market every day. And also, the time acquires from us new style of living, more fast, when you have to move fast or think fast. And in these times, more and more automized type of trading, type of product scene becomes more and more popular. And also Forex is not an exception. As I said, there is also the process which is called automated trading. So it means that you can find some robots that can trade for you, and you can find them in the internet, or you can build them, or you can use some engineers, mathematicians who can build it for you. But the same, you need to understand how it works. For example, it depends on your manner of trading, how much time you spend in front of a PC and how much time you dedicate for trading. It depends on lots of factors, and sometimes you need more details for building up or using these robots. So that's why be very, very careful and attentive in choosing them. And even this way, CLIQ FX company can actually help you. So we have some additional services for you. I will come back to that later. And what we can do, also the same procedure, how we can install it to our PC to make it possible to trade with robots. First of all, is button auto trading. When you click it, it becomes green. It means that your robot is actually trading for you. And also how you install it to your computer. You go to File, you go to Open Data folder, you also choose MQL4, but you go to Experts. And here you drag also your robot, also with this extension. You reload your computer and you can find them in Navigator. So Indicators, Expert Advisors. I will show you. Here it is, Expert Advisors. So here we have two examples that MT4 is giving for us to trade MACD sample moving average. So these are robots also, you can use them in your trading. And when you download your robots, you will see them here. You just click and launch them. Nothing is very difficult. Also, what about the new service and the opportunity which is given to you by CLIQ FX? So you go to our site and you click Start Trading. And you see accounts. What does it mean? Click More. CLIQ FX company have different types of accounts that make it possible for you to trade with robots. There are separate accounts, and to tell you the truth, not all the brokers can provide it with that. So we have different accounts like Mini or Standard or even Islamic or Premier or Robo. This is for trading actual robots. So what else? Hello? Support is working. Also, you can register and you can open a live account. So click here. You will see this form. You need to just fill it in, and after finishing, you will get your personal page. This is also an additional service that is provided by CLIQ FX company. In this personal page, you will see all the instruments that are actually needed for the trader for successful trading, like opening accounts, like money transfer, like different services for your easiness of the trading. And also, as well as in your terminal, all the process of trade, all the transactions of trade will be seen in your personal page. So this is, I think this is it. And sorry, but our webinar is coming to an end. I have mentioned everything. In case of any questions, you can go to our site and see this window, this support actually that was coming up every time that you come here. And also maybe you have some questions about the terminal and the work with it, so you can leave them your question in the comments. We will answer them for sure. Thank you very, very much for your attention. Thank you guys that you are with us, and we'll be glad to satisfy all your needs and please you with lots of services that are needed for successful trading, and give you any advice that you need in the process of making money. So feel free and ask us, we will help you. So this is CLIQ FX company. This is our second webinar, and we will be waiting on our next webinars. Goodbye, and actually have a nice day.